welcome back to As Told by Battnyd, and I am your host, Battnyd. Oh, I was trying so hard not to do the clap thing. I'm trying. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much. Make sure to subscribe to my channel so you guys can stay up to date on more videos. Today's video is going to be dun, 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 dun. Today's video, as you know since you clicked on it, is going to be lock assumptions. If you have locks, you know, and you have been there and you have done that people can ask you the stupidest questions or assume the stupidest things just because you have locks. Or you may not have locks and you're just wondering what people assume if you have locks, or you're just wondering to start locks and you want to know what you're in for. I don't know. Anyways, I have a little piece of paper that I wrote down so I can keep on track. So if you ever see me looking to the side, I'm looking at my piece of paper. I was trying to think if I have anything to update you guys on in my life, and I do not. I do wish and hope that you guys, this 2020 is going good so far. It's the 19th today, so we still have some time. If you messed up on any of your solutions, New Year's resolutions, it's okay. You still have 11 more months in this year. I'm laughing because I'm just thinking about one of those like quotes on Instagram where it says, I messed up already, 2021 is my year. Don't be that person. You still have time, boo-boo. You still have time. Okay, so let's jump right into this video. Make sure again to subscribe to my channel and make sure to follow me on Instagram because I post a lot of stuff, like detailed stuff about my life and stuff. So yeah, my Instagram name will be below in the information box. Let's get started. So the first assumption, this one really irks me. So if you ever see me in person or just don't comment on my video, is your hair fake? I like to say this in every video because I don't feel like hearing anybody's like mouth. I don't want anyone in my comments talking, I don't know. Anyways, bruh, I have nothing against, let me stop. I have nothing against someone choosing to get lock extensions. In my opinion, it is not the best thing for your hair. It just puts unnecessary stress on your scalp, which can cause thinning of the locks. For me, it's just like, just grow it the natural way. But to each his own. Again, if you're watching this video and you have lock extensions, I'm not coming for you. Just beware. If they feel heavy and they're pulling your scalp, it's pulling your hair. So yeah. But I truly, so my first assumption, my first lock, why do I keep wanting to say that? My first lock, my first lock assumption. People assume that my hair is fake. Does this happen to you guys? Like, comment below and tell me if any, honestly, any of these assumptions in this video happen to you, and maybe you have new ones. But a lot of people assume that my hair is fake. Like, people who don't know me and haven't, you know, been there when I was started with like finger coils. If you're watching this and you question if my hair is fake, it is not fake. I reassure you that I've been growing my hair for almost 5 years on April 22nd. It's not fake, y'all. Look at my naps. But I was at the hair store this one time, and I don't even know what I was looking for. Maybe lip gloss, something of that nature. I don't know. Just looking, I don't know. And this lady, who was the owner of the store, I walked into the hair store and I'm just looking around, and this lady comes up to me. She's like, "Oh, your hair is so nice," and touched her grimy hands to my head. And I'm a really like nice person. I try not to give people attitudes, especially if you're a stranger. I really try to put out in the world what I want to receive back, right? So she comes up to me and touched my hair. And you know, as a black woman, you don't touch the hair. And if you don't know that, and you're watching this video, now you know. Do not walk up to a black woman and touch her hair. ask first. Like, ask. She walked up to me, put her hands in my hair and said, "These look so nice," and was like doing this. And I'm like, "Thank you." She's like, "Which?" She's like, "They almost look real. Which hair store did you get your extensions from?" I was like, first of all, snatched my head back. I was like, "They are real." She's like, oh, I'm sorry. And I'm like, you know, try to laugh it off. Safe to say, I put back everything I had in my hand, walked out of that store. No, you're not getting my hard-earned money. And that's one thing about me. If you offend me or if you're just ignorant, I'm not giving you no type of my hard-earned money. Like, no. And so, first assumption, that people assume that my hair is fake. And I'm sure if you have locks, and then especially long locks, people just, can we break the stereotype that black people don't grow hair? I don't even know where that stereotype came from, and it maybe came from the slave days because they didn't have, well, I don't know, maybe they just weren't, I don't know, but black people grow hair, guys. It's not, growing hair is not a race thing. Growing hair is a genetics thing, and it's how you take care of it. So yeah, black people grow hair, and they grow long hair at that, boo-boo. I'm over here heated. Let me tone my attitude down. But yeah, my second assumption, that people with locks don't wash their hair. A lot of people assume this. Like, a lot of people assume this. Like, you have locks, you don't wash your hair. And yes, in the beginning stages, you're not necessarily supposed to wash your hair for like 2 to 3 months. I know someone commented on my video, and if you're watching this, shout out to you for starting your journey. But she said she washes her hair every week. When I got locks, I definitely waited to 2.5 months to wash my hair. And again, to each his own. But if you have locks, you do wash your hair. Well, I'm not telling that to lock people, because y'all lock people know that we wash our hair. But to everybody else who assumes that people with locks don't wash their hair, we wash our hair. For one, if you don't wash your hair gets really, really heavy with like dirt. And you know when you wash your hair and you just feel like your locks feels 10 times lighter. Yeah. And so for two, like, locks are like sponges anyways. So like they soak up literally everything. And so that's another thing. And for me, I'm a germaphobe, and I don't know, like when my hair feels dirty, my hair just does not like me. Like, it doesn't cooperate, you know, it just doesn't work. Like, I just know when my hair is dirty. I will say though, people with locks don't wash their hair as often as people with loose natural hair, because I know when I had a fro, I was washing my hair like every week. I think it was like, I picked a Sunday for wash days. But with locks, I go like a month. If I'm lazy, a month and a half. No, my hair doesn't stink when I choose to go a month and a half. No, my hair doesn't stink. Like, no, my hair's never stunk, to be honest. And so yeah, that just annoys me, cause I work at a hospital every other weekend, and there's like a lot of older people as like my patients. And so I'll go into a room and like they're asking me about my hair because I have it like in a ponytail or something. Or I know this one time I wore it on the side of my head because I love side ponytails, so my hair was like kind of falling to my face, and so many people like commented on it. I don't know, maybe it's just because like my hair was in my face rather than pulled back into a ponytail, but so many people were commenting on my hair. And don't get me wrong, it's not anything bad, it's more so just I feel like it's ignorance. And when I say ignorance, I mean not knowing, if no one knew what ignorance meant, because I feel like these days you're ignorant and we mean that as like an insult, but it really just means you don't know. And so I feel like a lot of people who do say these like comments to me are just ignorant, as in not knowing ignorant. Yeah, they're just always so fascinated with my hair. And I mean, it makes me feel like I don't feel bad about it, nor do I feel like down about myself being black or like being black with locks, but it just makes me feel like, oh, they're interested in me, they're fascinated. I don't know, I feel like a butterfly or something. I don't know why I compared it to a butterfly. A unicorn, you know, because if you saw a unicorn walking down the street, you would just be like, oh my gosh, a unicorn. I don't know, I'm a unicorn. But we wash our hair. Point number 3, Oh my gosh. So if you guys didn't know this, I went to school in the South. Like, I went to my undergrad school in the South, and I'm from the North. And so in the North, it's really conservative up here, and people aren't as aggressive. Like, people in the South, it's like not conservative. I'm not gonna say not conservative, but it's not as conservative as the North. And the people down there, for me, are really aggressive. I love the people in the South though. They're really welcoming. So that's Southern hospitality is real. Anyways, I'm rambling. I went to school in the South for my undergrad 4 years, and I gotta look at the paper. I had to look at the paper just to see what point I was on. Come on, stick to the point. I went to school in the South for my undergrad, so 4 years I spent down there. And it never really happened to me up here until I went down south and had locks. But every single time I would go to the gas station and I would like go inside to pump my gas, and it was all guys. Like, it was never ever a girl. I would get asked like, oh, I know you smoke. You Rasta, Bob Marley. Like, I understand the connection, but don't assume that I smoke just because I have locks. Like, that's lame. And so, I don't know, it's just always like, I don't know. I know, again, I really don't get offended when people say these comments, and maybe it's just because like I've had locks for so long, so it's just to be expected. So if you do choose to get locks, just know that people are going to be super fascinated with your hair. Again, you shouldn't feel no type of way about it, because you should be honored is what I'm saying. But it just used to like, I just never understood that people could be that shallow to equate locks to smoking. And I'm just like, okay, well, I mean, I'm more, whatever. I just never understood it. Every single time I would go to the gas station, literally every single time, if it was just one person, two people, I would get asked that, or people would just assume that. And I'm just like, whatever. So that's number 3. Lock number 4. And this is honestly for people, well, ignorant people again. People assume that my hair are braids. They don't look like braids at all. Like, my locks are matured. And so, I mean, you can tell that they're locks, and where's their braid? Like, there's no braid pattern. And so, a lot of times people would have just assumed that my hair were braids. My grandma, for the longest time, like, honestly, this 2019, because it just turned another year, she did not believe that this was my hair. Like, she'd be like, I've seen your hair, it didn't look like that. I'm like, Grandma, I've had these for almost 5 years.
Okay, if you say so, but I don't believe it.
Why?
Huh? Because I seen your hair, and your hair did not look like that.
Grandma, I did this to my hair.
Okay. So how you gonna get it out there?
You can comb it out or cut it out.
Oh. Got it out.
You still don't believe me?
I don't know, because my hair's never looked like that.
Well, you haven't locked it before.
No.
And just recently, I showed her like a whole like collage of pictures and stuff, and so she knows now that this is my hair and that it's locks. I don't know, I guess for like the older generation, it's just hard for them to understand the concept of locks, but whatever. But people assume that my hair is braids. Like, I remember one time at the hospital, I walked into this room and she was like, oh, how long does it take you to do your hair? And I was like, I don't understand this question. Like, even as I said that today, this lady asked me, how long does it take you to do your hair? And I said, oh, I've had my hair for almost 5 years. And she gave me the dumbest look. Like, she was so confused. And but so many people assume that my hair is braids. And I just think it's like, again, just ignorance, because I don't know, like, there's a difference between braids and locks. Like, it's not that hard, people. It's not that hard. My third, or I'm not even counting no more. Another assumption, people assume that you don't have to do anything with your hair because you have locks. And that could be true, but that can also be true for like loose hair too, straight, curly, wavy, coily, whatever you have. you cannot do anything with your hair. Doesn't mean you're gonna have healthy hair, because I mean you're not. But if you are trying to start locks and you have that assumption like, oh, because I have locks, I don't have to do anything with my hair, that's not true at all. Like, if anything, I put more work into my locks than I did like my loose natural hair. But again, to each his own. Like, if you don't want long healthy hair, then you don't gotta do anything, and your hair just will not grow. I promise you it won't grow. I promise, because I know people who've had locks for 6 years and it's still the same length as it started. But, and like I said, it just boils down to taking care of your hair. But don't assume just because you have locks you don't have to do anything with your hair. Yes, there are days where I can just wake up and go, but there's also days where I have to put effort into my hair, oil it, water it. You still have to wrap it at night, wrap it, I put a bonnet on. You know what I'm saying? You still gotta wash it. Oh, my phone just told me it was time, so I thought the video stopped. That's why I was looking like that. Another assumption, you can't do other styles. I kind of was on this tip too before I started my locks. Like, oh dang. I mean, for me, I don't know. Like, I just spontaneously started my locks one day. Like, I thought about it for a very long time, but I never like put a date, like a deadline to start locks. I just woke up one day and was like, I'm gonna start locks today. And I guess I just never had the time to like process like, oh, I can't get any sew-ins, or oh, like, bye-bye braids. I don't know. I guess I just didn't have time to process or like let it resonate that, hey, you have locks, you can't do any styles. But as I've had locks for almost 5 years, I realized that that is not true. So if you're watching this video and you want to start locks and you're like teeter-tottering on the idea because you want to do other styles, you can do other styles. I've had braids, twists. The only thing is, it is a little harder to do other styles, but you still can. Like I said, I've had twists, braids. I think the easiest thing to do on locks is probably twist. I've seen people even have sew-ins and put wigs on. For me, I just don't want to go through the time of having to lay it all down, because what you have to do is like braid it to the scalp how you would like normal hair, but you just have to do it in a certain pattern, and then, you know, just to get it to lay as flat as you can. But I've seen this girl who had a straight bob and she had locks under there, like full mature locks. And so yeah, you can definitely do other styles. It just takes a little tweaking, you know, to hide your locks, is what I'm saying. And also, if you have thicker locks, it takes more effort to have to hide the locks, like between either the braids or between the twist, or, you know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? But for me, like, I don't really care about like neatness. Like, if my locks, like if the tip is showing at the end, like, I mean, oh well, like, oh well. For me, I'm just not picky at all. I have chosen not to sacrifice the health of my locks just for styles, and so that's me. But my sister, my line sister, shout out to Simone, she braided my hair one time, and you could not tell that I had locks at all. Like, they were hidden to the T. They were so well hidden, like you couldn't see them at all. And so yeah, I think it's just about going to someone who, you know, like, I don't know. She was an experienced braider, so maybe that's, you know, how she was able to just hide my locks so perfectly under the braids. But yeah, but I will say, when you do styles, like, each lock, unless you want like big, well, it depends though, because my hair is like medium thickish. Like, people with sister locks could easily get a style, but for me, like, one thing I don't like about getting braids or twists is every lock has to be, well, it doesn't have to be, like I said, if you don't want big chunky braids, every lock has to be a braid, you know, because you just, you know, braid it normally. But so it's just, what am I saying? Since you already have pre-sectioned parts, you already have the parts, you know, and you already have a set of how many braids or how many twists you're gonna have already. Now, I could combine them into one, which I've done sometimes, but that was only twist. Because for me, like, I don't like getting braids or twists really anymore because it's so much. And so that really is a downfall, but I have done it a lot of times, especially like in the in the earlier stages of my locks. I've definitely gotten more braids and twists then, but you can definitely still get braids and twists. And maybe I'll even insert some pictures here. And honestly, I said none of these offend me. Well, no, this really doesn't offend me. It more so just makes me mad because it's just so stupid. First of all, there's no such thing as good hair. Everybody has good hair. If you take care of it and it's healthy, then you have good hair. Like, I've heard people say, oh, you can't lock your hair because your hair is too good, or good hair won't lock, or blah blah blah, your hair won't blah 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 blah. Like, it's just nonsense. Like, my coworker, she was talking about her sister and how her sister wanted to lock her hair, and she said how her sister couldn't lock her hair because she had good hair. What? What? Like, are you saying that my hair is not good hair? Like, are we that stupid right now? But yeah, I feel like that's a whole nother video, the whole good hair, and people with good hair can't lock their hair, because it's just, I don't know, it's just so stupid. Like, back to the main point that I made about good hair and locking. Everybody has good hair if you take care of it and it's healthy. Whether your hair is relaxed, it's healthy, then you have good hair. If you're natural and it's healthy, then you have good hair. If it's straight and it's healthy, then you have good hair. And so there's no such thing as good hair. There's such thing as healthy hair and damaged hair, and that's it. But people with, I'm not even about to say it, people with finer, looser curls, you can still lock your hair. I literally came up with this list at work. I was trying to think, like, and then I came up with some more in the shower. But if you guys have any more to add to this list of what people assume about you just because you have locks, comment below and we can have a discussion, because I just want to hear what the world has to say about locks. Because if you've had any experience like me, everyone and their mother has something to say about your hair. But don't take it bad. Like I said, it's just fascination. And I mean, I'm honored that people are fascinated in my hair and that my hair is fascinating. So yeah, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, guys. I'm telling you guys, I post so much. Like, I wish you, well, I mean, YouTube is YouTube and Instagram is Instagram, but I post so much on my Instagram. So make sure to follow me on Instagram at Battattack, BATT_attack, ATTACK. And yeah, thanks for watching this video, guys. See you later. Mm-hmm.